And that was the reason why ang moderates nagpalayo. And even during the party organization right after the Cory inauguration, ako, si Bebo, and some guys here joined the Partido ng Bayan in Manila. But when we noticed, kami ni Bebo Belio, na pumapasok na yung hardcore, pumapasok na yung left na membro ng komunista, sabi ko, bot, dili na ni maayo. Because when you are a socialist, that is your political ideology. But when you join a party that is committed to destroy the government to which you belong as a co-worker, we are all co-workers of government. We are paid to do our job. So nako, bot, siba tayo. I will not. So the more progressive political party right after the Cory administration was the PDP. So dito ko ni appeal, as a matter of fact, as everybody knows, ang PDP gani, when we say we use the left hand. So means really it's a left. So we are almost driven to one common objective, and that is socialism. The political system which we would like to, it's almost a fair equality with everybody, and it is sometimes the antithesis of capitalist-driven markets. That's what it is all about. Katong na presidente ko, I ran almost. I'd like to just say this to you kasi dili ko nakaingon nagkapangambog. But wala ko'y partido nga kusog sa Luzon, sa Visayas, but Mindanao, well, of course, the sentiment or the attachment was there. But not all were ready to commit because of the kung kisa tong naa sa power mo tong partido nga ginasunod yun sa tanan sa gobyerno halos. So except for Aimee, pero si governor sa Bukidnon, ng akong idol, pero kung tumagsige kami ni si Governor Subiri and si Garcia sa Bataan, and one lady governor, di na ako masigurog sa ako ba o dili, ni aka karon dire. Are you here? Can you let me know? Can I have dinner with you tonight? Mura og dili og sa ako, but no, there's nothing, nothing romantic or personal there. Madudayan, no? But I lost in Agusan del Sur, but I got about 100 in Agusan del Norte. So may nagtaksil doon. So, but anyway, that's the home province of my mother. Actually, may taas ng istorya. Huwag na lang yan. Pero ganito yan. Hindi ako nagbago kailanman. Before the election, during the election, and now. My main issues there was corruption in government. Tapos sabi ko, drugs and criminality, organized crime. Nung nanalo ako, yun ang issue ko. And of course, I said the economic factors would come in if you are already set up in that government. So I'll just hire the economic minds of the country and work for me. I've been very forgiving to myself and to you when I said that hindi man ako ekonomista. The most that I got was during my AB days of economics. Bagsak pag yun gani sa first semester. Nakakahilo. bilin. Karaming... I said, I'm a lawyer, and I've been prosecuting trial fiscal for about 10 years before I joined politics. I never wanted it also because I was taken out of that office upon the prodding of Chito Ayala and the other political bigwigs. And then implemented. He gave it to my mother, but my mother refused, so ako ang kinuha. So I said I do not want it because I wanted to be a judge. You know why? Because, well, I thought at that time that a salary of a judge could sustain the expense of at least 2 or 3 children in college at the same time. There was no position in government that could sustain such huge expenditure, lalo na kung magsabay-sabay ang mga anak mo sa college. So only ang better, at least a little bit higher than the others, kung makapag-aral ka ng, at that time kinukwento ko na, kinukwenta ko mag-medicine ang usa o law ang usa. Siguro ang usa ka anak gusto pa Manila ang mag-eskwela. You know, the idiosyncrasies of a person. So sabi ko, I will serve Vice Mayor OIC. But after that, I am not ready for anything except that if you want to repay my mother because she carried the Yellow Friday here, one of the sila Santos, ilagay mo na lang ako pagka-judge. That was actually the agreement. Suddenly, I quarreled with the late Respicio, and I found myself facing him in an election in 1988. I won, and that is history. Awa ng Diyos, hindi naman ako, I never lost any single election, including the presidency. But wala naman ako mga leaders, I said, so kind of destiny talaga. Kaya wala akong makita except for the Davao area and a few governors there. Will not be beyond 4. Maski barangay captain, wala ako sa Luzon, pati sa Visaya. And yet, the vote was overwhelming. I'm telling you this narrative because I want to stress a point here. Ang sabi ko, corruption. Ang sabi ko, drugs at criminality. Now, itong sa tatlong ito, I am prepared for these 3 events in this life. I'm ready to lose the presidency itself. I'm ready to lose my life, and with it, my honor. Hindi talaga ako atras dito, at matindi ito. Despite or in spite international criticisms, which I think nalaman na ninyo yan, it's unfolding today that the drugs even of trafficking was established in the National Penitentiary. But if you listen to the TV right now, the investigation is going on in the committee in the lower house, na alam na ninyo kung bakit. So that when I declared an action against the drug syndicates, or the menace, if you may, I declared a war because it was at that time that I realized that I was even short of my projections about the problem. Alam ko sa Davao noon may druga. And I was the favorite whipping boy of De Lima because she wanted to make it big. Lumaki kasi ang ulo niya kaagad when Arroyo appointed her as the chairman sa Human Rights. And yung maniwala kayo o hindi, depende na yan sa inyo, actually it started with an election issue. So mayroon dito mga kalaban ko, kung may mamatay, for whatever reason, kung sinong pumatay, it doesn't really matter, kukunan ng picture. And then it was made into a folder with so many victims there. Victims of crimes against persons, nasali na lahat doon. So, ang puntada ng mga gaga dito, it's almost 1,007. Ito napagagago naman ninyo. Ikaw talagang killer ako. I've been mayor here 23 years. Yan lang ipakita ninyo sa akin. Karami kong tinapon dyan sa Samal Island ng Davao Gulf. Yan lang makikita mo. I was being just, I raised the level of into a sarcasm. Pero ako, kung patay tayo, totoo yan. Hindi ko naman ganun karami. 1,700. Mga 1,004 siguro. Ganun na lang ang para ako kasi yan ay dedicate nila. Now, we never knew the widespread problem. Paski ako hindi. So, 3 to 4 months. I was making use of yung dito sa Davao. Mayor ako, ganyan. It was very simple. Sinabi ko, umalis kayo dito. If you're into drugs, murder for hire, ganon, umalis kayo. Kasi pag hindi, ito totoo, admitahin ko lang. Papatayin ko kayo. And in the process, marami akong pinatay. Upon my direction. Walang problema yan. But when I became president, doon ko na nakita a horrifying picture. Nung inipit ko na lahat na magtrabaho at ilabas na ninyong lahat na, it was staggering. So, General Santiago, who used to head the PDEA, said that there were about 3 million people contaminated with drugs. Huwag na lang yung addict. Because maybe some are just occasional users. Pero noong na-mayor ako, sinabi ko sa iyo, magtrabaho kayo. So you patrol the streets. So maraming mga turugista doon. Ang lumalaban talaga yan. Telling you, hindi ito attend, it's from the American forensics. That constant use of shabu between the years, between the months of 6 months to 1 year. Depende sa severity sa heated. The human brain will shrink and will not be a viable subject for rehabilitation. Ibig sabihin, hindi na talaga babalik yung normal. Rehab in the sense that things should improve, but kayo, I know marami kayong na-encounter. You begin to talk to them and suddenly lumilipad na yung subject topic. Nawawala na. Kaya when the PNP, na-point ko si Bato, kasi galing dito, alam ko maraming mahusay. Kaya lang hindi ko sila kilala. Along the way, in my career, there were guys assigned here na nakilala ko. And si Apple, he was here for he was my chief of police. Now, they hold a position of the sensitive ones in the PNP organization. Kasi kilala ko sila. And I need them to be honest and good. So, halos taga Davao ang nilagay ko. But they are not really from here. Morente, Coy. Coy was the military head of President Ramos. But he was also the chief of police here. At alam ko, he's the undersecretary of sa DILG. Marami sila Morente. Now, they hold sensitive positions. And even in the PCSO, it's the most corrupt agency in government. Alam mo, ang ginawa nila niyan, yung small-time lotto, pinasok nila ang wedding. Alam mo, ang ginawa nila niyan, yung small-time lotto, pinasok nila ang wedding. And they had this agreement with government na sila na ang magpatakbo. They get a commission. Pero, as it turned out, nilaglag nila 20% lang. ito lang ang kinita ng gobyerno, yan, yung kanila, pumunta sa bulsa nila. Billions of pesos every day. So I had to pick George Corpus, also Police General, and si Banluta. Naghahanap ako ng birdugo talaga, and I got him for the National Penitentiary. But I changed my mind because maghirap si George, nilagay kong chairman, Colonel Banluta, o General Ben, ginawa kong presidente. Parang CEO, and I hope things will improve. But sinabi ko, you make a study. If I am not satisfied that it can really prevent corruption, I will recommend for the abolition of the PCSO. Dito naman mga online nila, itong mga oligarchs, it's because they get permits from government, laway lang. Then they operate an online, and they open the portals of that gambling scheme open to the foreigners. So I would never get the entire gamot of the operation pag hindi ko man alam kung magkano ako nalugi. So I ordered them closed. But this time, if at all, okay ako, pero it has to be strictly run by PAGCOR only. Minus yung mga pagado. Si Andrea lang, kung gusto mo, ikaw. Or you might maybe get it for 6 months to 1 year. Study the averages of income and you can sell it. How much a single operator can earn for a day. Yan ang, but other yung sa criminality or sa crime. Itong sa customs, BIR, it will be a history. I am warning the people there. Either you stop or you will become part of that history. Alam mo, ito, pasubuan to eh. Huwag ninyo akong hiyain kasi ako'y tao na, alam mo, simple lang naman ako. I'm not used to a high caliber, high passion thing. I'm just an ordinary mayor here in the southernmost part of Mindanao. I'm not a national icon. Hindi naman ako actor, but the results of the election will show the message. So it was a case of who was carrying the right message at the time. But even in the debates, I kept it short. I never developed a theory to start with the predicate and then the main, because I know that one minute and 30 seconds would not be enough. So bullet lang ako ng bullet. Maybe my advantage was the time constraint. When you're alam mo kayo mga abogado, sabihin minsan ng judge, for last questions, it's already 12 o'clock. So you begin to devise questions that can give you the answer in one setting. So doon ako medyo sabihin na nakalamang doon sa...
Or we're experiencing some problems with the audio feed there from Davao, but you were listening to President Duterte addressing local government officials at their convention at the SMX Convention Center in Davao. President Duterte repeating his